Hey guys, Brian here. This is going to be a quick video tutorial to show you how I take the PowerPoint slides or the lecture slides out from the videos that they give us. It's kind of annoying that we have to do it like this, and why couldn't they just give it to us in the first place? I don't know. So, you're going to need three things before we start. You're going to need to download and install VLC Media Player, which is a replacement for Windows Media Player. I like it because you can fast forward and slow down the videos as you go. Some lectures you might want to fast forward a little bit, maybe like Dr. Maxwell's lecture, so you might want to fast forward. So go ahead and get that. Download and install Screenshot Captor. This is the program that will take screenshots of the video that we're watching and save them to picture files. And once we have all these pictures of the slides, we'll use i2PDF to take them, compile them, and make it into a nice little PDF, which we can then share with everyone. So once you get all those going, we'll go ahead and go to mediamatrix.tamu.edu. We're going to have to download the videos. So go ahead and log in. And once you're in, if you scroll down, it's kind of weird. Under published to my NetID guest user, there's a little link here. Click on that. And we're going to download the video that you want to take the slides from. So, just for the tutorial sake, we're going to use the M1 orientation because it was nice and easy. Note that there's two M1 orientations. The latter one is just the audio, so we're not going to use that because there's no video and there's no slides for us to take. It has a little icon, music icon over here. So we're going to use the M1 orientation, and it has the QuickTime logo, a big Q. So go ahead and click on that. And once this new window pops up, if you scroll down, there's a little download link. You don't want to use the streaming link, and you don't want to use this little box up here to watch it. It's way too small. So if you click on this, you're going to want to save it to your computer. Save it to a place that you remember. I already saved it right over here. And notice that it has this little street cone shape, and that's the VLC logo. So I can go ahead and double click on it, and it will open VLC. If not, you can go ahead and open VLC and drag into VLC and drop it in, and it'll start playing it. For some reason, when you open with VLC, it pops up with this little kind of copyright thing. You can't close it because then it closes the video, but you can just go ahead and minimize it, and it'll be out of your way. So this video, go ahead and pause it before you start playing. Once you have that open, go ahead and open up Screenshot Captor. We're going to need to set it up a little bit. Screenshot Captor. Once it's open, we're going to have to tell it what part of the screen we want it to capture as we're watching the videos. So what I recommend you do is go ahead and maximize the video. It makes the video nice and big while you're watching it so you can see what's going on. And after you maximize that, go back to Screenshot Captor, and if you go up to the menu and go to Capture, there's an option called Grab Windows Object. So if we click on that, notice that when I move my mouse around, there's a little red box that pops up. Whatever that box is around is what the Screenshot Captor is going to take. So if I move my mouse right over the video, it has a nice red box around it. just over the area that we are concerned about. So, and if you look at the top, it says control click to capture. We'll go ahead and control click to capture our first slide. So I'm holding control and I'm clicking. So you can see we're back in Screenshot Captor, and it got the first slide. Now, the thing that's makes it a lot easier after you get your first slide is if you go to Edit and Preferences, and you go to Hotkeys, this print screen is actually a button on your keyboard. If you look, this says PRT SCR print screen. You go ahead and drop down this box and select Repeat Region. And by doing that, every time you take a screenshot, and after that, if you hit print screen on your keyboard, it'll repeat what you just did. So that is quite nice for us as we're watching the lecture, to just hit print screen whenever a new slide comes up. So we have our first slide. We set up our print screen button. We'll go ahead and minimize it, Screenshot Captor, because if you don't, it'll keep popping up after you take a screenshot. So go ahead and minimize it now. So now we can just watch the video, and every time a new slide pops up, you can hit print screen. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video just by pressing plus on my keyboard. It gets a little tricky when you go faster because obviously the slides go faster. So keep in mind that you probably don't want to include slides like that. But here's one. So I'm going to hit print screen, and notice on the bottom right it gave me a little notification that I took a screenshot, and it plays an audio sound. So we're just going to wait until the next one. You can speed up the video some more by pressing the plus key, and you can slow it back down by hitting the minus key. So here's another one. We'll go ahead and print screen that. I'm going ahead and doing this pretty fast. Speed it up some more. Left or right. Print screen. We'll screen that. We'll screen that. We'll get that. And again. And again. So basically, we're just waiting for new slides, pertinent slides, to hit print screen on. So we'll go ahead and imagine that we went through the whole video and got all the slides. And once you're done, you can just go ahead and close the video. And if you minimize Screenshot Captor from before, it's kind of hiding. If you hit this plus up here and go to Screenshot Captor, it has a little SC on the screen. Double click on that. And now Screenshot Captor has all the slides that we took screenshots of. And so from here, you can go ahead and kind of delete. Sometimes you'll take multiple screenshots because they'll keep adding things on a slide, and you think it's a new slide, so you hit print screen, and you realize that it's just the same slide, but they keep adding a new word or something. Usually what I do is I keep hitting print screen, and once I get back to Screenshot Captor, then I can go ahead and delete the duplicates. So for example, let's say this was a duplicate, we can just hit delete on our keyboard and ask us to delete it, and we can go ahead and delete it. Alternatively, you can go to the folder that it saves these screenshots to, and this is what I do because it's a little bit more friendly. But once you go to that folder, if you change the view to extra large icons, then you get you can see a little bit better what you need to delete, or what you really didn't need to take a screenshot of. So again, you can click on something and delete it. And once you have that, you can go ahead and make it back to details. To make it a little bit easier to see the files, we're going to go ahead and open up i2 PDF. Double click on it. And the only way you can put files into i2 PDF is if you drag and drop them. So we'll go over to the folder where we had all our pictures, all our screenshots. You can go ahead and highlight them all and drag them over to i2 PDF. And as you can see, all the files popped up. We need to select all the files. Go ahead and go up to Files and hit Select All. And then you hit Build PDF. The settings that it comes with is usually the best. The default is the best. Paperless over here. And you might want to play with these to see how that affects the PDF size. Usually I bring this down a little bit, but you can go ahead and leave it at the original size on the right, and JPEG at a setting of 8. And if you hit OK, and we'll go ahead and we'll do a lecture orientation. It'll build that PDF, and we'll see. Since we only took a few screenshots, it came out to a fairly small size. But if it turned out to be really huge, like over 10 megabytes, you might want to lower some of these settings, image size or JPEG quality. Usually you want to start with image size first. It makes it easier to share, and then I think when you email the files, they can't be over a certain size. So yeah, that made a nice little PDF for us from all the screenshots that we took. And one thing to note, to make it easier on everyone, is when the file name for your thing, for your PDF, go ahead and use the month, day, year, lecture name. We'll go ahead and call it title, and then the name of the professor, just to keep everything standardized, and so everyone can find which slides they want to download and make it pretty easy. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Email it to me. I'll go ahead and put it on the website. And thanks for helping out, guys. See ya.